Oh, man. Okay. Well, I'm in the final four. And I thought, going into tonight, I knew I was going to make it to the final four. I knew I had the compass. I knew I was going to be alive. But I expected to be a lot more ecstatic. And now I'm just fucking tired. I'm really exhausted. I've been working really hard in this game. It's been almost it's been almost 3 weeks now, and I've just been working my ass off. Um, Going into the challenge, I thought it would be nice if I won this, and I didn't. Knowing I had the compass, I thought if I won, I could use the compass to save an ally, and I thought that could give me options. But I used my strategy on the challenge was to try to pace myself with the cardio because I didn't want to get too tired, and I fell behind, and there wasn't really time to make it up. So I lost again, and I knew I was going to be safe. So I told Hager what I was doing because that guy's been behind me this whole time. Told Kayla what I was going to be doing because she's been with me the whole time. Told Meredith, hoping it would stick. And I wanted Matthew out because I feel like I could pitch everybody as a threat to win except Matthew at the final four. If I had Hager still in the game, if I had Meredith still in the game, I could pitch either of them as a threat to Kayla. And that just felt like a greater chance of me slipping through to the final three. But they ended up splitting the votes on me and Hager. And Hager went. And now I stand alone as the great threat. We all chatted after Crossroads. It was pretty clear that their sights are set on me. Matthew said, I'm the biggest threat to win. Kayla looked me in the eye a few times tonight and said, I'm the biggest threat to win. Which is very nice. I appreciate the compliment. But that probably means I have to win the final three challenge, or I'm fucked. I'm thinking, because I'm always thinking, I think my only shot really is if Kayla or Meredith win, or even if Matthew wins, I could try to convince Kayla and Meredith that they'll split votes with the other one. Maybe I'll get 2 votes, but I've been outside the vote every time, And, nobody will respect that. They'll be like, good job, John, you survived. Now the real players, we're going to pick between them. And I could convince Kayla or Meredith that the other one is their bigger threat. And I had a sneaking suspicion that they really wanted Hager out. Because, Kayla told me she really wanted Hager out. But I didn't want to vote for him, A, so that I could keep my word to him. In case I do make it to the end, he wouldn't be pissed at me. And B, it strengthens my argument that I haven't been on the inside. I've simply been surviving. I am simply the barnacle on the bottom of the ship. I'm truly a passenger. That feels like it's my best argument if I don't win the final three challenge. I have put everything I possibly could into this game. I have been just every day away from the game. I churning through scenarios, churning through ideas. How do I make it through tonight? How do I make it through to the next day? And it's taken a lot out of me. But I'm still alive. I have 1 day left. One challenge. Maybe I can win that. Maybe. And if I don't win that, I have moves I can try. I'm not gone yet. Not gone. I'm still playing. That's been my motto. I'm still here. Still alive. Gotta try. not going to roll over. Just not. So, going to keep on going with the uphill climb. And hope for the best at the Final Four.
Okay, so this is my confessional for Expedition Online Season 4. I made it to the top 4. I'm so proud of myself. I never imagined making it this far, and I'm really proud of how I have played the game so far. Last night was very difficult for me. I knew that Hager, at this point, we had basically orchestrated the Holly and Dixon vote together, with him actually pulling the slack more than me. So we had worked so well together in those rounds that I knew that the way he was talking to me this round, he trusted me completely, and that made it so much harder to do what I had to do. I'm still not sure if it was the right choice. I just went with what I thought was best. I truly believed that Hager was the best player left in this game, and I couldn't risk having Hager and Schneidman still in the game at Final Four. So I had to make the hardest decision that I've had to make in this game and completely betray a friend of mine at this point, someone who I admire them and their gameplay and who I just had the most fun playing with. And I could tell when he got voted out that he was crushed. He's usually the most talkative person, but he was speechless. And I still feel really guilty and bad, and I just hope that he will understand, if not now, maybe eventually, because I truly did it because he is such an amazing player, and I did feel threatened by him. So we have one more challenge. There's one person who's still Team Wendell, who's clearly on the out, who's going to win the game if they get to the finals. So it's all of us against him. He knows that his back is up against the wall, so he's going to be giving it his all in this challenge. I know that if he wins, I will probably get voted out, so I am going to fight for it as well. I mean, this is going to be really intense, but I'm going to go for it. I've worked my ass off in this game, and I want to be there in the end, and I want to be able to explain my game to the jury. I think it was a very unique game, and I just want that chance. So it just comes down to this at the end. Am I going to beat Schneidman? You know, I don't crack under pressure during these challenges. I've performed really well, so I do have confidence in myself that I can get this done, but it's going to be extremely important who comes out on top. So I really hope that this isn't my last confessional and that I'm here again and that I make it to the final. So we'll see. Bye.
What is going on, guys? Matthew here for my next confessional. So let's start with the first challenge. It was a challenge that involved mountain climbers and squats, and then we had to do a word scramble. And so every single word, we had to do another set of 10 mountain climbers and 5 squats. And so the physical side of this, I was really confident in because I work out and I'm pretty confident in my ability to do mountain climbers and squats. And then the word scramble I apparently am just not good at word scrambles, because this was my challenge to win and I bungled it. So it was a little bit disappointing. Kayla finished right before me in the challenge, so she ended up winning immunity, and this was a super important one to get to Final Four. So I went into this one kind of nervous. To be completely honest, I feel like out of the 5 people I'm probably the lowest on the totem pole to win, because I don't feel like I haven't won any challenges. And up to this point, my game has been pretty straightforward, which could be seen as a positive. Like, that's how I'm going to spin it when I make Final 3. Fingers crossed. I'm going to spin it that I was loyal and that I made it to the end without having to lie, and staying true to myself, and, you know, just really being straightforward with everyone. I think it's a respectable thing to do. I surrounded myself with an alliance that brought me to the end and that kept me safe throughout the majority of the vote. Speaking of the vote, let's get into that tonight, because Hager ended up going home on one of the Team Adams, which was a little bit disappointing, but I also didn't want him to make it to the end because I feel like he was a shoo-in to win. Basically, we didn't know Schneidman had a compass. Him and I went to the summit, and he got an advantage and I got a disadvantage, and I did not know what the advantage was. So we did ponder that it could have been a compass. And so, just in case that happened, we came up with a plan. It was Kayla, Meredith, and I from our original core 4 that included Holly, but we had to let her go last episode, sadly. We made a plan. We tell Hager to do Schneidman, and then I also go Schneidman, telling him that, and then Kayla and Meredith were gonna go Hager. In case Schneidman had a compass, which he did indeed have, he played the compass, and that meant Hager went home. And that was actually, it was really sad because I really like Hager, and I felt pretty close with him, and it was a bummer that he had to go, but I do think he was definitely a contender to win, and I think my odds of winning are way increased without him here. It was sad that it had to happen like that, but we're getting to the end of the game, and we got to make these moves. So I've made it to the Final Four. We have 1 challenge left, and if I win this challenge, I'm in the finale. And I think my best chance to win this game is if I clutch this challenge. I'm going to be trying very hard. I know in some challenges this season, I was throwing them so I wouldn't seem like a threat, but apparently I can't even win challenges, and I'm trying to win challenges. Kayla always beats me by just a split second, which is really frustrating, but I'm going to be trying my hardest in this final challenge to get immunity, to go to the finale, and hopefully get voted on to win the game. So yeah, looking forward to it. It's super cool that Kayla, Meredith, and I have made it this far. Obviously, we're going to try and get rid of Schneidman if we can, make it all Team Adam at the end. It's cool that our alliance has actually withstood and lasted this long, and it actually definitely kept me safe tonight. And was the reason that I didn't go home over Hager, because Schneidman did write my name down. So yeah, it was a crazy day today. I'm glad I'm still here. Final Four. I'm gonna go clutch this challenge. Thank you for your time, and I will catch you all on the flip side.
Well, pretty much nothing went the way I wanted it to tonight, or the way I'd hoped it would. Kind of sucks. Oh, it is day 12. Still in the game. Final Four. But I'm a little bit of a morose explorer. Yeah, and all these big plans that I was going to use my steal a vote and get Kayla out and flip the game a little bit at least and let Schneidman get to Final Four. That happened at least, but yeah, did not go the way I wanted it to. Kind of in a shitty position. I can see a definite path to the end, especially if it's a final 3. But I don't really see a path to win. If it's a final 2 and somehow I get there with Matthew, which I think I could convince him to take me, just based on Kayla or Schneidman, whichever one of them would get to final 3. There's no way that they wouldn't beat us. So I think I can convince him of that. But it really, only shot is if it's a final 2 and it's Matthew I'm sitting with. So that kind of sucks. Kind of backed myself into a shitty corner. But it's hard trying to build a resume when you're on the winning tribe. This sounds like, you know, what a problem to have, but what a problem to have as someone who made it to Final Four. I know there's lots of people in the jury that would love to be here, but it's just hard. I feel like you have better opportunities to make moves for yourself and make a name for yourself. If you're playing from the bottom at least a little bit, you have more freedom to make those moves and not be questioned, and it's kind of appreciated when you're on the bottom and you're being scrappy. But when you're in a solid alliance that you trust and you are on a tribe that is winning and you don't really feel that vulnerable and you kind of know where the votes are going, it's kind of a boring game. And it's hard to get a jury to respect a game like that because it looks like you just didn't do anything. Man, it might mean like I was a little duck. It might look like I was a little duck floating in the surface. My little legs were kicking. Like I was fucking kicking. I was trying. Really trying to get all those damn advantages. Got the steal and vote, but that's it. I was really trying to win the damn immunity challenges, but didn't win those. Guess I'm gonna have to take my off season and work on my ping pong ball skills and balancing egg skills and building pasta towers and I don't know, maybe shooting peas through rigatonis. All those very critical skills. I'm just have to spend some time on them, I guess, practicing if I want to do better in these. But yeah, so kind of disappointed with where I am. Again, I'm Final Four, so that's great. I don't feel like I'm a GOAT. I feel like I got here based on my relationships and the alliances that I built and the trust that I built into people and flipping on people before they flipped on me and hiding a lot of the information I know. I mean, I haven't told anybody about all the research I've done on people and watched all of Matthew's shows. I mean, I picked Matthew. I watched like 3-4 episodes of that damn show Matthew was in 5 years ago, and I accurately pegged him from that. I've not accurately pegged like Schneidman having a compass, though. I 1000% thought he didn't have a compass. I thought there was no way at Final 7 they'd give a compass to somebody over a 50-50 shot and make the corresponding disadvantage just reading your vote aloud, but goes to show you what I know. But yeah. Still here. Schneidman's still here. I think he and Kayla have the best shots to win, obviously. I think tomorrow is probably going to be a pretty straightforward vote, either Schneidman or Kayla. There's no way it's not one of them based on just like pure logic and reasoning. Like it has to be one of them. Matthew would be stupid to make it not one of them. So yeah, I feel like tomorrow is probably going to be pretty straightforward. We had to flip on Hager tonight. So because Kayla had immunity, I couldn't play the steal vote and get her out. So when we get to strategy time, the kind of thought, at least from talking to Hager at first, is I really want to vote Schneidman because again, I'm blissfully unaware, adamantly, vehemently stating that he doesn't have an idol. Apparently Hager knew he did, but so the plan, I really wanted to get Schneidman out just to eliminate one of the two. So there was a chance I could get to a final 3 with Matthew and Hager because that is my second best odds after just a final 2 with Matthew. But unfortunately, Kayla won in immunity. Schneidman did have that fucking compass. That fucking compass. But yeah, so then it came down to getting rid of either Hager or Matthew should Schneidman play his compass. And of the two, I mean, Matthew is definitely, I feel, the less of a threat. So had to go with Hager. So Hager was under the impression we were all voting for Schneidman, with Schneidman voting for Matthew. Kayla and I colluded and voted for Hager so that if Schneidman did play his idol, it would be Hager, and if he didn't play his idol, we could re-vote and just vote out Schneidman. But so there we are. There's the final four. Again, not happy where I'm sitting. Not happy with how this has gone so far. I had anticipated playing kind of a louder game, at least a little bit. I knew I was going to have to be sneaky. I thought there would be more opportunities to be sneaky without the possibility of it getting out, but just everything gets out to everyone immediately. Like, there's no chance of being sneaky, especially when your tribe keeps winning too. That makes it even harder. So I didn't really get to play the sneaky game I was hoping to play. I just kind of had to play the I'm friendly and I'm trying and like keep me around and I trust you and like that game, which is fine too. That's an easy game to play, but not how I anticipated the game going. But I think one of my best qualities in these sort of games is that I'm very adaptable, so I feel like I've been able to adapt along the way. I adapted tonight when I couldn't play my Steal a Vote. I was really tempted to play it, but working out all the different ways in which I could play it, all of them would just result in some possible detriment to me. I didn't really see any benefit to me to be gained by playing it, given the possibilities in the situation. So I didn't play it. I still won it, and I withheld it from somebody else getting it. No one else could use it against me, at least. And I mean, I guess it's kind of a flex that I never felt the need to use it, and I was never wrong in that. I never absolutely needed to use it, and I didn't use it, so it's a stretch, but it's a flex, I guess. It's like a Pilates flex, is that what you call that, if it's both a stretch and a flex? But yeah. Oh, one good thing. There was one good thing. One little feather. The tiniest little baby feather from like a little tiny canary or hummingbird. But it's a feather, and I'll fucking take that. But when I was lying about my Steal a Vote having expired at 6 and not getting the opportunity to use it between 6 and 7, I guess I must have lied well enough that Jonathan was concerned that I thought my Steal a Vote had expired, so he was messaging the mods to have them message me to make sure that I knew I could still play it. So I was glad that at least I lied well about that, because that's a skill, something in which my skill fluctuates. I'm not always great at lying, so I was proud of that. I'll take the little hummingbird feather and put it in my little invisible hat. Yeah, I'm grasping at straws here. Yeah, what else? So there was some like spilling of the beans at the end once we were the final four. Don't know that I believe all of it, but who the fuck knows, because I obviously can't read a situation. But Schneidman claims that he didn't vote for me, that Holly told him to vote for me, or that he voted for me with his extra vote, but his other vote was on Sophia, I think he said. So that's interesting. He said that Holly told him to vote for me, but then I don't think Holly voted for me. I think Holly voted for Sophia. I'm not sure. It's kind of confusing now. But I also don't think it was entirely truthful, because I feel like Schneidman may have actually put one of his votes on JJ and just doesn't want to say that yet, in case that would cause him to lose JJ's vote or piss JJ off in some way if we were to disclose that at Final Ascent. So I don't know that everyone's being entirely truthful, but it was kind of fun to get some of the dirt from Schneidman about the other tribe, and then just from what was going on behind the scenes and some of the votes and what people were thinking. I didn't really disclose a ton of information, nothing that I wanted to hold back, nothing that indicated I did a ton of research other than I explained how I went down my rabbit holes and trying to investigate the photos and make a slow motion video of slowing down the one challenge video, like going down rabbit holes like that. But I don't think that's not enough to increase my threat level and make me a risk to not take to Final 3, so I think I'm safe there. Yeah, even though I'm a morose little explorer, I still fucking talked for 11 minutes. I'm sorry, this is just 11 minutes of me being grumpy and sad. But I'll get over it. I'm not quitting yet. I'm gonna fight still. There's still an opportunity. I still see a little tiny glimmer of hope that maybe there's a Final 2 and maybe I can get there with Matthew. some stars would have to align. I don't think it would be that difficult if it is a final two to do that, but we'll have to see. I mean, Kayla could win the next 2 immunity challenges. Schneidman could win tomorrow, and then Schneidman can win the next one. Who knows? Matthew could decide he wants to take Kayla or Schneidman for some godforsaken reason to a final two. I don't know. So anything could happen, but I'm not giving up yet. Still not happy, but I'm not giving up. So we'll see how it goes. See if I can get scrappier. Win some resume points. Okay, thanks. Bye. Okay, a couple more thoughts. It's 2 days later. I've been able to gather my thoughts a little bit more. I'll keep this brief, but I think I realized my fatal flaw in the game, or something I could have done differently that I should have done differently, and that was voting out Schneidman, using my steal a vote at 6, and voting out Schneidman and keeping Dixon in. I think that kind of would have shaken things up a little bit. Dixon's scrappy, he may have won things, but the focus would have still been on him to get him out. I wasn't really thinking of that though, because I viewed Dixon as a threat because of all the advantages he had won and everything that he had done. I mean, he played one of them right, and he had won a bunch of them, so he always did well in the challenges as well. But yeah, so that's what I feel like I could have done differently. Maybe it would have backfired. Maybe Schneidman would have been scared. I'm thinking I would have stolen Hager's vote and played it on Schneidman and then gotten Schneidman out. And I mean, very well, Schneidman could have gotten scared and played his idol, but still then it would have only been Dixon going out, and Schneidman would have played his idol a round earlier. So again, I didn't really I viewed Dixon as a threat. I wish I had known more about how the other players viewed him. It seems like they don't really view him as much of a threat, kind of because of his frenetic energy. Yeah. So that's where I think one of the ways I went wrong, that I could have kind of remediated things. Otherwise, we were joking about my tagline being I'm on mute or always on mute. I think another one could definitely be confidently incorrect, because there have been so many times in this game where I have been so confident about something and very vocal about how confident I am in it too, and then I am just absolutely wrong. So some food for thought for another hashtag, or another tagline for me. And then I listened to RHAP. Rob has a podcast, and he's been promoting how he does the podcast on video this season. So I decided to watch one, and I turn on Twitch, and they have the little chat thing because it's Twitch, and I'm watching a replay, so I can't join in, but there's 7 people chatting, and guess who one of them is? Kayla. I only know because I know her last name from hunting her down on the online and everything, but yeah, Kayla was just chatting away in the RHAP thing as I'm watching it. There were only like 7 people, so like, what are the odds? But I thought that was really funny. Okay, that's all. Gotta get to today. I guess it's my last day. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, bye.
This right here. This is what I'm sending to every one of you guys. I'm pissed the fuck off. You know, I'm kind of shocked, which I shouldn't be, because hell of a move from Kayla. Even though she stabbed me in the back with a rusty blade, I'm spiteful right now. I'm fucking furious. And hurt. But do I blame her low key? No. But it makes me not want to vote for her. So I'm trying. I'm gonna try to be open. I'm gonna try to not let my heartbreak get in the way. But I don't blame him. You know, I can be angry, spiteful, pissed, want to watch the world burn right now all I want. But that doesn't mean that wasn't the best move. Not trying to be arrogant or cocky or anything, but if they would have let my ass boot scooting boogie on into the finale, I'm the best bullshitter out of all of them. I truly believe that. You know, Schneidman, that quick New York wit, that quick New York, charisma. He oozes charisma, but I don't think he's a better bullshitter. I don't. He's done a good job bullshitting, but all he's done is survive, you know? You know, that's not really outwit, and that's not really outplay. That's just fucking outlast. Yeah, I think the only one that I can't be mad at right now is Matthew, which I so fucking regret when it was me, Matthew, and Schneidman in the room to not have mentioned Meredith. Why the fuck did I not try to do a boys strong to the end? It was because I thought I had a real alliance with Kayla, but obviously that was time to extinguish the torches of the alliance. I'm salty because I was the one out. I was the one who didn't get to make the big move at the end. But again, I don't fucking blame him. I really don't. It just hurts me because in the beginning, I didn't think I would make it this far. And the closer you get to something, that much more, you want it. I started to taste the fucking blood. I started to sharpen my teeth. And that's my biggest regret in this game, is I have hid my true self for a while. I've tried to be this likable Appalachian dude and whatnot. But no, I just wished I would have, brought the shark teeth out and just been a savage, I think I would have tried to be a little bit more of a gnarly villain in this game if I didn't see, Dixon kind of filling that role and filling that mold. And seeing how people reacted to the squirreliness of Dixon kind of, put a damper on my fire a little bit, to say, I'm extremely shook right now. I wanted it, getting called up to the big leagues. I've said it a million times. Playing real Survivor is the only motherfucking thing on my bucket list. So yeah, I feel, I don't know what to feel right now. It's been an honor to play this. Like I said, now that I'm outside of the game, as disgusting as that feels to roll off my tongue to say that I'm no longer in this shit, I see more clearly. I seen some of the errors of my ways. I could have held on to the compass. I could have, just been more of a prick. Like, I think that I was trying to spread myself thin across everybody. I was trying to make a Hager sandwich with everybody, and that just couldn't happen. I should have stayed in lanes. I should have been a little bit more aggressive. It might have gone sooner than this, but at least I would have been the Hellraiser that I thought I was going to be in this game. You can't wait and raise the hell when you're already gone. So if I ever get another shot, you best believe I'm going in fucking 1,000 miles an hour. Some of my favorite players on Survivor are the vicious assholes that somehow stick around, and I didn't get to be that, So yeah, just initial thought, I'm shook. I never thought, I don't know, it's weird to say because we've eliminated so many people and I made it to the top fucking 5. But I just, to hear your name roll off of Jonathan's tongue like that just, disgusting. It makes me feel disgusted. But the saltiness may wear off. It may not. My coworkers, my family may have to deal with a prick for a while because I've tried to be this good guy in this game, and it got me to the door, But like I said, I was so close to kicking that motherfucker down and burning the house down. And that's what it would have been. I feel confident that me versus anybody in the end, I could have bullshitted, And tonight, going into the challenge, I know I have to win. I have to win the fucking challenge because who else are they going to vote out? They're coming for me. And I see this is one of those beautiful challenges that there's many different things, There's cup buildings, there's a puzzle element, a physical element, and I feel so comfortable with these things because I might not be the best at this, might not be the best at that, but I feel like as a whole, I'm decent enough at every, inch of these categories, every subdivision of this challenge that I had a real shot, and there was a couple words I didn't know, and I was waiting to see who would write them down, and I'd steal that shit, and I was busting my ass, I felt like I was in the lead for, me and Kayla was neck and neck, which was awesome, I thought, for my game plan, because that was my homie, that was the clear-cut path to the finish line was with Kayla, and I still believe that we would have made the best fucking duo at the end. If Schneidman would have won this challenge, I believe that he would have gave me his compass. I believe that would have been a big move on his resume, and I could have convinced him of that. Now, who knows? This is all hearsay now. But, like I said, just the wheels are turning, I'm thinking. But, yeah. There was one word. Oh, fucking, the word vibrant will haunt me forever. I misspelled vibrant. I was in the lead, probably would have won the damn thing, and still would have been here being Mr. Holly Jolly in fucking base camp right now. but I misspelled vibrant. And me misspelling vibrant opens the door. Kayla sees it. She spells that shit right because she knew what my dumbass was trying to spell and beats me. You know, kudos to her. Great strategy. But I feel slighted, you know. Again, it's been a blast. I hope that somehow you guys can bring me back. I would love to have a shot at this again and kind of be more of a savage. That's my biggest regret in this game, that I was not more of a savage. I appreciate the opportunity. It's been a hell of a journey, but I'm pissed. I'll be all right eventually. I don't want to vote for Kayla just because I'm fucking spiteful right now, but she's going to win. She deserves it. Yeah, let's go get some Listerine and get this disgusting taste out of my mouth.